Hello, hello, everyone. It's me, Lobst. Finally here, at last. Let me just get rid of this window. Alright, and I might as well get rid of this graphic here to show the interface of my lovely Xbox 360. And hey, why not put some headphones on as well, so I can hear the audio of my game. Thank you for joining me. This is a slightly different setup than I've had in previous streams, but let's just get into it. And I expect audio is not going to be ideal, but we'll fix it as we go along. I speak, of course, in the royal we. Naturally.
Vice! You dumbass! Start making sense, you rotten book, or you're gonna be sorry.
We have already heard this. Ideally, we've heard this numerous times. Okay. So it's been roughly 5 years in-game. It's been a couple of months in real time. And we're about to begin Act 2. So, let's do this. Alright, double checking to make sure both audio streams are actually going. Alright, so it's been a while. Last we left NieR, he and Yona, well, okay. So, alright, a lot of stuff happened at the end of Act 1. Mainly a giant cluster of shadows came in. Or shades, I guess you would call them. This is NieR, not Persona. And, came in and just absolutely wrecked the library. I don't know if the damage is visible from the outside, but whatever the case, I believe it is still wrecked on the inside. It's a pretty effective metaphor. That's right. And there is Kaine. So naturally, these people, they're in this derelict building from the old world, and and they don't have the architectural methods necessary to construct this. They can build other things, but they can't build this place. So they just, I guess, decided to leave it this way for the entire 5 years, and I don't know if I could blame them, to be honest. Here's Kaine. Can't even speak or interact with her, but she was able to spread out her body mass, and Emil was capable of just looking at her and causing her to turn into stone, sealing up the door with the giant, seemingly undefeatable shade locked in the basement of the library. Climate change wasn't the cause of our woes. It was only a symptom. Okay, something terrible came down from the sky that turned the world into a metropolis of salt. And apparently most of the cities are just underwater now. That's interesting. Can I talk to Popola? I'll say in advance, okay, there's actually nobody up here. I'll say in advance that I don't have any specific plan. I'm just going to go up until a specific point in the story, or 3 hours, thereabouts, depending on how it goes. Huh. Yes, I am worried about Yona. She has been gone for half a decade. Wow. Oh. Alright. Note says, "Hi, Tara. Hi, hey, it's me, Emil. Sorry I've been quiet for so long. Are you and Vice getting along alright? Is he still using big words and making everyone feel dumb? I bet he is. Anyway, I recently stumbled upon some records that might help us in curing kinase petrification. Would you mind coming here to take a look? Thanks. I'll be waiting." Alright. Seems like we'll be, going to Emil's mansion. To find the petrification cure that will remove Kaine from this state of being. And bring her back to us. Reading excerpts from Yona's journal. Now then, a lot of stuff has changed. Well, some things have changed. A lot of things have stayed exactly the same, much like the architecture of this village.
I prefer not to walk so much. Oh.
Oh, talking about kids who are no longer here. I don't think there was a casualty report of the events of Act 1. But I'm glad that she's able to put herself in a better place, even if it isn't reality. Alright. In any event. Oh, NieR also... Okay. NieR also taught himself how to use two-handed swords and spears, which are going to be very helpful
if only our harvests weren't so
in fighting the new shades that have cropped up. The ones that wear armor. In this case, I believe I'm still using the sword the sword that I got at the end of Act 1. The sword that I relentlessly upgraded. Oh, come on. Alright. And just do something with the cable here. Leaving myself vulnerable to all manner of shades. Okay. Oh, what's this? Pick this up quick.
Calm yourself. Haste will only lead you to making an ill-timed mistake. An unstable heart is the worst armor one can have.
No time for that, Vice. Gotta get to Yona.
Sudden urgency. Or maybe he's been maintaining this urgency the entire time. To be honest, I wouldn't blame him. Even if it seems less than possible, just to be on for that amount of time. Anyway. So, over here, in the mansion, it is still eerily monochrome.
Welcome, sir. Master Emil is waiting in his chambers.
Cool.
Oh, hey there, guys!
Hey there, Emil. How goes the search for a cure?
Nothing yet, but I did find this.
Okay, it says, Notice Archival Storage, 8/2/2026. Following the recent incident with number 6, we have decided to establish an archival room. This room will hold records on the methods used to control and or cancel all forms of magic, including petrification and bestial transformation, as well as allow other projects to move forward. Specifically, this should make it easier to complete a long-term storage solution for number 6, as well as proceed with our work on number 7. All employees are required to keep the courtyard entrance to this new room secure. Failure to do so is considered grounds for immediate termination. Okay?
There's a section of this manor called the planning room, and I think...
You think this room will let you harness the ability to control all forms of magic, correct?
Actually, yeah. Or even if it doesn't, something there might point us in the right direction.
Sounds like a plan.
There's an entrance in the courtyard. It's not far.
All right, let's go find it.
Oh, I can just control the camera during this dialogue sequence. Well, that's nice. And I now have the mellow companion. Who is this? I assume it's Emil. Yes, joined my party. Okay. So we clearly have to...
If this room truly contains the power to control all magic, I can use it to cure my eyes.
It would also allow us to free Kaine from her petrified condition.
Wow, Vice. I didn't think you cared.
Perhaps this tome is getting a bit sappy in his old age.
Wow, Vice, I didn't realize you cared who lives or who dies. It was an about that I should put in there. Yeah. Let's go.
It should be right around here somewhere.
Perhaps around this giant glowing spot.
Is this it?
The ancients were very clever with counterweights. The ancients, of course.
Warning, this facility... I can't read the rest. Something about...
Being people from our times.
If someone bothered to attach a warning to this room, I doubt they will appreciate us forcing our way inside.
Emil, what is it?
Nothing. It's nothing, I'm fine.
Okay, and now this game is isometric. I can rotate full 360 degrees, but, like, all things considered, this is a pretty radical departure from the way the game has looked leading up to this point. This is basically an orthographic view. There's absolutely no receding off into the distance. And now, looking at things from ancient times, like this is clearly a military facility of some sort, far beyond what we saw in the junk heap. Emil is useful. The junk heap, which was just churning out like toy robots, basically. This is far more along the lines of, like, what you would see these days. I presume, at least. There's a lot of tile work. A lot of devices and things, really, that are built for interface with human beings. Right now I'm just sleepwalking through battles, just hammering X. Shouldn't be doing that. Should actually use Y, which is, I believe it's strong attack. Leather boots? Can I equip those? I don't think I can. There's a bunch of maps. Checking this. It's probably in junk. Wait, no. Alright. Raw materials. Here it is. Leather boots. Fix old leather boots of excellent construction. Okay. And obviously, there's no like equipment list for the main character in this game, or really any character, aside from weapons. Oh, what's this? The SA keycard. The only door SA will open. Oh, what's this? Haha! I am smart. And what's this? Two-handed sword, Fang of the Twins. Okay. But no, since the last stream, since the last stream in general, come to think of it, I've gotten into two things. First off, Yakuza 0, and second off, Hyrule Warriors, and both of them are a pretty good way of attuning you to more nuanced combat systems than just mashing X. That said, I have beaten this game twice using just the most basic combat techniques that come to me, so I'm not too worried either way. Still, would be nice to show off for the stream. I'm just going to assume that there's nothing hanging out.
What's this? A scrap of paper?
What's the document say? Notice. Progress report on number 6, 12/25/2025. We have completed the initial research into number 6 and are ready to initiate the startup experiment in the coming days. As this will likely mark a great leap forward in Gestalt research, the National Weapons Research Laboratory has made the completion of the number 6 project its top priority. Budgets for all the other projects are to be frozen, effective immediately. And there is an interesting face there.
It would appear this used to be some manner of magical laboratory.
Laboratory.
This must have been where I was.
Emil.
I'll be okay. We need to keep going. I'm sorry.
Okay. So continuing. It just occurred to me that I think this is one of the few situations where the camera is completely locked on the main character, and actually not completely, come to think of it, but I'm just observing how far NieR strays from the center of the screen when you move him around. Okay, okay. Let's see if I can... Nope. Why is this unset? Okay, so let's see here. I like using the Dark Hand on LT. Dark Blast, that is completely fine. Dark Lance. And then... Vice. Heal up. There we go. And I just realized that magic is a thing. I think there might have been a previous stream where I did this as well. Just completely forgot that magic is one like, aspect of the combat system that you're encouraged to use. Oh, goodness. It's okay. Now. I don't believe this game does the infinite rooms thing, or the infinite enemy spawner thing. This game is not Doom 1, as much as it wishes it could be. Oh god. Okay. 6 lances, all shot your way. And I'll take your dictionary, thank you. Alright, elsewhere. There's some lockers at the end of the hallway. And a bunch of shelves. I appreciate how this facility is basically just an underground bunker. And how in this game you could find a lot of stuff surviving from the old world, just in general, is just things that were, that they had the foresight to build underground. Considering this is the post-apocalypse. Probably add a few more posts in there. That said, I don't think this architecture was designed for livability necessarily, because there's a lot of twisty turns, a lot of maze-like structures. Really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Even as a research facility, not even as like as a place you're meant to live in. I did get this NA keycard though. It's very nice of them to not put keycards beyond the doors they're meant to unlock. It's a very basic video game criticism. What were they thinking? Anyway. See if I can heal up a bit. Remember how to get there. Nice. And also, come to think of it, see if I can change weapons. Transients. The Fang of the Twins. It is slow as heck. I'm sure it'll make up for it in raw power. There is actually, I believe, a stopping power statistic that goes beyond just mere damage. Oh, the lad is falling behind. Where are you, lad? Oh, cornered by a bunch of shades. There we go. I'm switching back to my other weapon. Nameless blade? No. Faith. Oh, they just materialize out of nowhere. Enjoy this hand, why don't you? Nice. can lance these fellows. Okay. Nice. Alright, continuing. And the foresight to store their medicinal herbs down here. I'm sure they're still good. It's only been 1,300 years. Or maybe the shades themselves have been cultivating them. No way. That's silly. Ridiculous to assume that they're even capable of something like that. Well, anyway. Let me just rub some herbs all over my body. That's the stuff. There are defense drops I could use, but don't particularly want to. Oh, lad. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. Alright. Anything of note in here? There's sometimes when he just is incapable of going through a door. Okay, there we go. And he just teleports to your position. That's ridiculous. Well, anyway. Continue to explore in this linear path. Aha, what's this? These are some good words I'm getting. Oh, Emil. What are we gonna do with you? The answer is patiently escort you along, so we can figure out the truth and cure your eyes. Oh, NieR is clumsy today. Well. Nice. Level 20. I believe levels do affect your, well, like, they affect the amount of hit points and magic points you have. Oh, okay. Enemies just materializing out of nowhere. That's a weird little move. Alright, I need to get the YA key. Push my way past Emil. Nothing in this empty room. Keep on going. I got the MA key. Okay. Impromptu boss battle happening right now. And there it is. You can see why I very rarely switch away from Dark Lance. It is absurdly powerful. Oh man, the element of surprise is basically all these creatures have. Alright, in here. Is this where the answer lies? Okay, a new document. Alright. Notice. Meeting agenda 9/12/2026. Today's meeting will address the following topics: a solution for long-term storage of number 6, a progress report on number 7, disguising the laboratory's above-ground facility as a mansion.
Project number 6. Is this some sort of weapons laboratory?
Something from the old world, I guess.
What was I doing here?
I have doubts as to whether or not Emil will be able to continue.
Fine, let's just go.
Okay. So now... Oh, and I just realized that the fact that there's a facility underneath this mansion makes it even more Resident Evil than before. This is decidedly not a survival horror game in interface. Aha. Nice. That saved NieR from having to move a bookcase. Nice. Alright, Emil. See if you can find your way out of here. Okay. Alright. I'm very proud of you, son. Okay. This is where this facility gets a bit grim. I mean, the last documents made it clear that they were harboring children in this facility. But even so, this like underground playground in this bunker. The WA keycard. Okay, just get it from hopefully these fellows. Alright. Excellent. And now... see how far I can... Okay. Easy. Okay. And it dropped this thing. What is this? It's a new document. Notice. Progress report on number 6. 10/11/2025. The donor body Halua has been chosen from among the 7 candidate subjects to proceed to the next stage. In the interest of protecting state secrets, all but one of the remaining subjects will be disposed of. The donor body, Emil, however, will be kept in storage as a fail-safe measure. He doesn't like that.
Hey, Emil. You sure you're okay?
I'm a weapon? What does that even mean? What am I?
It seems as if he's trying to remember something.
Sorry about that.
You're going to be okay.
Am I? Am I really?
Your past makes no difference. We'll support you no matter what.
At any rate, you would hardly be the first member of our merry band to have...
It's a pretty good way of summarizing it. Okay. The WA keycard. Where does it take me? The answer is to this post box. I cannot rotate the camera at all. Let's save. Okay. Keep this going. There's this amazing dolly zoom effect that's going on here. I love that. And it just like that, you have the ability to rotate the camera again, and you see, oh, this looks amazing. I love this architecture.
I remember now. I remember everything. We used to be humans. Normal humans. Just a bunch of regular human kids like you'd see anywhere. And then we came here. They wanted to turn us into weapons. So they used magic to perform terrible experiments on us. Eventually they succeeded. They managed to create a perfect weapon. The name of that weapon was Number 6. But soon they lost control of Number 6, and the experiment was deemed a failure. They had to create a weapon that could petrify Number 6 and seal it away. So they created me. I'm Number 7. I'm a weapon.
Weapon or not, you're still just a meal to us.
Thank you.
It's very insightful of NieR. Okay.
This is Number 6. She's my sister.
This thing is alive?
My sister is the greatest weapon ever made, and
Yes, what of it?
with her power behind us, I could eradicate my petrification curse.
What do we do?
First, you have to promise me something.
Yeah?
If my sister somehow manages to swallow me up, my original self becomes lost. I'm afraid I may try to hurt all of you. And if that happens,
No, don't!
I want you to kill me.
You have to get him out of there now.
I'm on it. We're not going to lose anyone else.
And so NieR's method of doing this is, of course, treating this like a boss battle, like anything else. Thankfully, that is essentially what you have to do. I suppose just beat it into submission so you could, like, reach in there.
Hurry, there's still time to save the lad.
I know there is!
Okay, apparently magic is the only thing that's effective.
Magic is the only way to damage this
Let me see if I can see all items. Magic drop. Spirit drop. Yeah. Just dodge these bullet hell patterns. The best of my ability, at least.
Stop hopping around and fight me!
Alright, let's see if this works.
Emil, we're coming for you.
Come back to us.
Okay.
Stay your weapons. Such attacks will hurt Emil as well.
How is magic any different?
The lad is highly resistant to it.
Then let's kill that thing with magic and get Emil out of there!
Basically just have to launch a volley of attacks and then wait for magic to recharge. And then just go hog wild. Oh my goodness. That tiny sliver. Imagine if that was the difference between Emil surviving and being digested by this creature. Come on. Here we go. Here's the cutscene, Lance.
My sister. Thank you, Alua.
Emil!
Are you all right?
I'm still alive! I can feel my sister's power flowing! I can control my abilities now!
Yes, we're all quite pleased. Now get out here already.
Just a second. I can't see very well.
Good God.
Welcome back, Emil. You've been through a lot.
But my body...
Yeah, I know.
I can't stand to be with you when I look like this.
What did I tell you? We're here for you, no matter what. Can you see my face?
You look just like I thought you would. You look really cool.
Knock it off.
I think I'm okay now.
So that cutscene, it was a tweet, about this cutscene that motivated me to replay this in the first place. And I don't have it offhand, but I will say that it showed, the two scenes of Emil saying, you look just like I thought you would, and looking up at NieR, and you see his face, and it's accompanied with the dialogue, you look really cool. And I was thinking about it, like these illustrations may as well have been screenshots for how faithfully they were reproduced. And the characters themselves, the way they're designed, out of context, and perhaps even in context, they look absolutely ridiculous. I mean, their outfits, Emil's face, the fact that he has a chattering jaw that moves up and down animatronically, all those things, they are ridiculous. But at the same time, the performance and the story itself was so incredible to me. It was legitimately moving, and it's moving to me right now.
I know this is how I look.
And it could be that I haven't played many JRPGs. I played a few of them, but for all I know, many of the modern ones are willing to approach subjects like this. But the way, the voice through which Emil is written rings incredibly true to me.
I was terrified at first, but I think I'm okay with it.
And so there's a level of resignment to the way he approaches this.
I have the magic I wanted, and I can use it to bring Kaine back to life.
The fact that he has to come to terms with the fact that he looks like this now. Like, the fact that he is capable of seeing and interacting with others the way he has always wanted to, but it's come at the cost of the ability to look and feel essentially, for lack of a better term, or actually this is the totally appropriate term, normal.
Emil.
It's a really difficult thing to deal with.
We should hurry. She's waiting.
And again, I can't think of many other games that have done something like this.
I sure hope seeing me doesn't petrify her. You know.
And he's trying to be funny.
I see this transformation has not stolen your terrible sense of humor.
Sure. All right. Ah, that was incredible.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Here we go.
The beast approaches.
Oh, I got it.
This entire time, it's just been getting hungry. Okay, at least it has its weak points. Let's see if this... Well, I was able to hit one of them. Alright.
This creature must have. Proud that it even survived these past 5 years.
Not gonna let this happen again. He dies today.
My sword feels lifeless. It's not the blade, the skill of the user. Strike him down!
Alright, let's see. Nice. Okay.
Alive. Stay alive. Stay alive.
Grandma?
Kaine, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
Who are... Emil, you were the one calling me, huh?
You still recognize me?
Yeah, sure. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kaine.
Good to see you, Kaine.
You look like shit. How long has it been?
5 years.
Oh, that's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
This is for you.
Standard give animation.
Lunar tears. Did you make this?
It's just a little welcome back gift. It's not much, I know.
It's nothing like the one Grandma used to make, but... oh, hell. Thanks.
Excuse me.
Popola, we did it.
I like that she just walks in from off screen after this gigantic boss fight.
That's great. Listen.
Oh yeah, that's great.
This doesn't make sense.
Please.
Oh my god, I forgot that this scene happened so quickly.
People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
It's crap.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me.
Like, so many ways to read this.
As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
I'm sorry.
We'll see you later.
We're sorry.
Just immediately, oh, hey, bye. Thanks for saving us. Bye. Farewell.
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that.
I mean, she always slept outside back during the first time she was alive.
How could I have not noticed that? How selfish am I? What the hell is wrong with me?
We should turn in.
Alright. Transition into sleep mode is proceeding smoothly. All that remains is to pray for Project Gestalt's success. Okay. That is the last time we will see that loading screen. I assume. Okay. So we got the release. Freed Kaine from her petrification. So many achievements left to get. Oh, well, anyway.
I feel confident that the child...
Looking at Yona's bed.
I know she's alive. She has to be. If she isn't.
Okay. Nice little gold moonflower seed. And then there's the entrance to some DLC, which we will not be doing until near the very end of this whole streaming experience. I'm talking like right before ending C and D. So, and we haven't even done ending A yet. Alrighty, so that was a lot to process. But hey, we now have a full party once again. Okay, Devila, what's up?
Hey.
Oh, what's this creature? Oh, it's a dog. Oh, that's great. Yeah, sure. Your apology is going to totally make up for the fact that they have to make their own accommodations. The thing that gets me is I don't think there's a concrete reason for the fact that they are ousted from the village. But instead they're just ousted because they are different, because they're more capable than other people. Maybe that's not the best way to put it. Anyway. I dislike how this conflict is swept under the rug. Ideally, this would end not with an apology, but with a compromise. Or alternatively, to one party completely acquiescing, because they are wrong. Anyway. Hey, the Lost Shrine. We haven't been there in a minute. Apparently, the Shadow Lord's lair is connected to it. Oh, we can just take a boat. Okay, guess we'll be careful. Alright. Off we go. Off. Oh. The path above the entrance to the shopping district should take me to the boat landing. Okay then. What are you up to?
Sup?
Well, good for you. Okay.
I fear the next card.
That's nice. So what's new? There's definitely fewer people in the village than before. Alright, continuing on with this story. Oh, and the store is just closed, so we have to actually open it manually this time, instead of just running out. Okay then. Off we go. To the shrine. And now, Emil and Kaine are with us. Wonder how, what path they take. Some... very not open. This is a PS2 game that's trying to be an Xbox 360 game, and as such it is not open world. Get this tail. There we go. A bunch of goats. Thankfully the goats are still alive. What's annoying about having these two with you is they'll occasionally spawn directly in front of you. I like how Emil is just hanging out above the ground. Yep, good to see you. But there's also the fact that, Emil was previously totally welcome in the village. At least, I don't recall anything prior to this that said that he was not allowed. But now, because of his appearance, which is something that he has massive issues with, he's no longer able to be there to actually see all these people. Oh, let's see, there was a boat landing I needed to go to, wasn't there? I think I might have... Well, let's go to the end of this bridge and see what it says. I like that this bridge is still standing, despite the fact that there is a bunch of rubble at the end of it. Okay. Well, anyway. I'm just running into Kaine on the way over. Let's keep on rolling. Let's take this walk of shame all the way back. Let's see, is there a... Ah, there's a different way in. Okay, that's where I need to go. That's right, there's a giant red X on the map that I've been completely ignoring. Well then. Hey guys, I'm fantastic at video games. Good to meet ya. I'm Lobs. Also. So... Thankfully, I had the foresight to purchase maps of all these locations in advance. Alright, I think I know where the boat landing is now. So let's just open these incredibly massive doors without an animation to note that I'm doing so. That's okay. I point it out only because it's not something that you would find in video games these days, not because I'm actually bothered by it. So, boat landing. Well, that looks like a boat over there. Just notice this cat up here. Like my new stream setup. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's like its eyes track you. Wow, that is such a detail.
Curse my tired old bones.
That's amazing. This game has both dogs and cats. I am thoroughly charmed.
Oh, you. Yeah, I'm kind of busy now.
Rude. Oh, let's keep this going. Alright, boatsman. What's up? Ho there. It's very kind of you. Alright, this is the world map. Let's head over to the rear path of the Lost Shrine.
The Lost Shrine is at the other end of this cave.
And the Shadow Lord's castle lies just beyond.
Let us make haste.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, it's back here. I forgot about that. Alright, well. It's bright and sunny. What a beautiful day to head over to the Lost Shrine / hotel / spa resort. You know, on this giant rocky outcropping surrounded by a perfect circle of water. Interesting. So one thing, there's one other relevant piece of news that happened over the course of the last couple of months or so, in the break between NieR streams. Oh, Emil. Oh, just okay, just casually floating up. Anyway, the thing that happened was Microsoft deciding to end their backward compatibility program for Xbox One. What was this? Collected? The Devil Queen. Nice. So they decided to not add any more games to the Xbox One backward compatibility list, and that means that NieR, as it is right now, is doomed to remain in the previous generation of video games, by which I mean the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, since neither current gen system supports playing it. Oh, Kyle's here. Hey there, Kyle. Having a relaxing time, enjoying NieR. Good to see you, especially considering how late it must be for you there. This is NieR Gestalt. It's the predecessor to NieR Automata. Let me actually switch to a weapon that is capable of defeating these folks. Fang of the Twins? Sure, that'll do. 4:13 a.m. Wow. Alright. Well, I definitely will not hold it against you if you have to duck out to actually sleep. Though I do appreciate you being here, of course. This stream in particular has been momentous since we ended up getting this character, who is not facing the camera for some reason. There you are. It's Emil. The face that Yoko Taro uses in public. Yoko Taro is, of course, the creator of the series. Or the director / writer, I suppose. Oh, it's good to know you'll be with us. I encourage you finding whatever sleep schedule works best for you, especially during these hot summer months. Thankfully I have party members that are just capable of wasting these fellows. And I also have magic, which I keep forgetting. Alright, so let's see if I can... Actually, these are both classified as lightweight weapons, so let's see how this... Alright, the Kusanagi is a little bit faster, so I'll give it a shot. I can't remember if you've been in any prior NieR streams, but if not, I'd be happy to summarize essentially how this plot has gone so far. Alright, so as soon as this enemy's dead, I'm going to show off this animation here. Alright, so when I press Y, this is what happens. That is ridiculous. Okay, so NieR. Let me see how adequately I can summarize this. So it essentially begins with this guy, and his daughter, in a post-apocalyptic 2040, thereabouts, in a city that's basically surrounded by either snow or salt, depending on how you personally view the substance, I guess. It's not actually made clear. Anyway, so they fight some monsters that are similar to the ones that we're fighting here right now. After a certain point, his daughter just collapses, and then he calls out for help, and then there's just this interstitial loading screen that takes about 2 seconds thereabouts that says 1,312 years later, and it cuts to the same guy and his daughter hanging out in and by the way, that is not his daughter. Anyway, hanging out in a medieval village that's constructed from ruins. And his daughter is ill. They head to this shrine to find a cure. Rather, he heads to the shrine to find her, who went here for the cure. And along the way, he discovers this book called Grimoire Weiss. He is the thing that shoots out this magic here. Let me see if I can move this. It's a wonderful little Sokoban sequence. Anyway, I wouldn't be able to summarize the entire plot, but suffice it to say, it's pretty engaging.
This is all too easy.
I'm almost disappointed.
Think of what else is necessary to talk about this, or to be able to talk about this game. There has been a 5-year time skip. When Grimoire Weiss is found, a prophecy is mentioned that talks about several things called sealed verses that, when they're collected, will supposedly cause this grand chain of events to happen. That will ultimately lead to the curing of the disease that NieR's daughter, Yona, was suffering from. And so he immediately sets out to find them all, and when he finds them all of a sudden his village is attacked by a bunch of shades, and those shades, their leader comes down and kidnaps his daughter, and 5 years have passed since then. So that's, there are other things that happen, but that is the summary, as far as I could tell. As far as I can recall, rather. Alright, let's see if I can clear enough space to get this door open. In this thrilling 3D action game from the creators of Drakengard, that's the other thing about this. This is actually, like, secretly a sequel to the first Drakengard, but to a very specifically novelty ending that happened in it. There was one piece of text earlier that called out to it, but there's another much later that states it a bit more directly. Anyway, I'm, like, not doing this justice by actually attempting to describe what happens in the story. I will say it's very silly. I'm not going to pretend that this is Shakespeare or anything like that, but, like, there are still several interesting moments, and some that were, like, earlier in this stream, genuinely emotionally affecting, despite the fact that they're delivered through characters that look the way these characters do right now. Anyway, either way, thank you for joining me. So right now, we're following up on a lead that says that, that the Shadow Lord's castle is connected to this shrine that's just been on the outskirts of the main character's village this entire time. And so we're heading over there just to see what's up. I'm amazed at how slow this weapon is. I get that it's necessary to break through armor, but that does not mean I have to like it. Seems like these people aren't armored, so... Okay, where did I come in? Hopefully not from here. Correct! Right then. Oh, okay. Again, this weird block-pushing mechanic. Okay, Kyle in the chat says, okay, here's my thoughts. This is Kingdom Hearts. I will not be elaborating. You know? I can see aspects of it. For first, it was published by Square Enix. So you do have that. You are also fighting shades / shadows / heartless, I guess, if you really want to be technical about it. Yes, it is a big sword anime man. But he is, like, less anime than you would expect. Like, I've made the joke before that he looks like Gary Busey, essentially. Like, it's difficult to see right now because the 5-year time skip coincided with the dawning of this weird-ass eye patch. But, anyway. Oh, another fun fact about this game, it was released, like, there's one version of it in America, but there were 2 versions of it as it initially released in Japan. One version was NieR Gestalt, which is the version that essentially we have right now. The other version is called NieR Replicants, where instead of a dude in his 40s trying to rescue his daughter, he is instead somebody like roughly high school age trying to protect his little sister. And I believe aside from that difference, and like the difference in character models and aesthetics, as you would expect, aside from that, I believe the stories are basically identical. There's so much stuff going on all at once. All right. Continuing. Oh, okay. Let's see how the lance does against this fellow. I'd say pretty well. This is like a 3D action game with bullet hell elements. There are times when the perspective just switches to top-down, and you're just expected to interact using this thing right here, which fires a bunch of very easy-to-see bullets. Alright, so I'm gonna recharge my magic. And I do that, of course, by running around and dodging things. Or attempting to, at least. There we go. And now I should probably heal up, so I'll do that. There is a door out, but I've decided to explore. Do the gamer thing of basically just strip mining all available items. I keep getting boosts from the notification image that I drew of this, or for this stream, rather for streams like this. Bring this down. Make sure there is enough room on both sides. It's very nice of Kaine and Emil to wait outside. While I pick up these medicinal herbs. Alright, what is this? Got this. Okay.
Kaine, Emil, need to... I want you to... Look, I'm sorry, all right?
Sorry for what?
I'm going to talk to the villagers. I want them to let you in.
Oh, it's no big deal. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to it.
Well, you shouldn't be. It's crap, and it needs to change.
I wish everyone felt the same way.
Emil.
It's all right, really. I like camping out with Kaine. It's kind of fun, in a weird way. Sometimes we sit around the fire and tell stories, or roast...
Emil, that's enough. I got a fucking image to maintain.
That exchange is fantastic. I should also mention this game was localized by 8.4, and in my opinion, they do pretty good work. This upper courtyard now has these stone blocks added to it, which I can move around to potentially reach higher places. Let's see if I can get up here. The voice that belongs to the floating skeleton, is can I not move this back? Alright, well, whatever. It's the one that isn't, Laura Bailey, if you're familiar with the voice actors at all. It's, the one that sounds the most like he has like a lisp. He just got this body and he's very nervous about it. One of the most endearing characteristics of Emil, which is the character's name, is his jaw, or not his jaw, but his, like, teeth shatter up and down when he talks. That's only visible during cutscenes. Alright, let's see here. I don't think there's anything for me to actually collect up here. There's a bit of a disappointment. Maybe I'm just missing something. But, either way. Oh, what's this? Interesting. Just a bathtub just hanging out here. Anyway, this is the post-apocalypse. And even then it takes place around, I want to say 4 millennia before NieR Automata. Or Automata. Honestly, I've heard it both ways. Okay.
We seem to be surrounded by a mob of helpless puppies.
Just pick them aside.
Okay. You do have the ability to assign words to weapons, and I just realized I haven't been doing that with these heavy weapons I have right here. So I will do that as soon as I'm done with this fight. Alright, so let's see here. Word edit on the Kusanagi here. Spile. Interesting item drop rates. Paralyze, weaken. Okay, there's a weapon here. The two-handed sword, Beast Lord. Sure. Oh, and let's save by sending a letter through the postage system, or the postal system, rather. Ah, perfect. Well, anyway, I wonder what's in here. Okay.
What's going on? There's dozens of them!
These are creatures of the darkness. Lure them to the light. Pathetic to the end, I see.
Aim for that stone statue. It's the leader.
There were previously two of these the last time I was here, and this is the other one. The one I did not defeat.
You cannot hope to best me!
These little bastards just keep coming!
These creatures cannot abide the sun! Lure them into the light!
During boss battles, you have to repeatedly, strike... Oh, come on. Oh, terrible. Let me see if I can switch to a faster weapon here. No, it's not that. It is Faith here. I'm in Word Ed for some reason. Well, that's great. Here we go. Okay, well anyway, when that circle comes up, you have to... you have to do a certain amount of damage within a time limit, or otherwise the boss just springs right back up. It can be sort of difficult, but it also makes making that final hit more satisfying. So, I can take it or leave it.
Felled the beast.
And of course, for an attack, it does this very video game maneuver of spinning around like the Tasmanian Devil. go around back and pow. Nice. Whoops.
Kaine!
And she's left a very cartoony blood splatter. Well, anyway. It's very cool of you not to react, NieR.
Kaine, are you all right? We've got to get help.
I fear there is little we can do.
No! Kaine!
Get back.
What is that?
Kaine! Kaine!
Oh, might as well shoot my spears at it.
Look at Kaine's shade!
We've no other choice. We must strike it down.
Kaine! Please come back!
See if I can heal up quick.
Stay your blade. Magic is required against this.
Alright, if you insist.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Kaine! Kaine!
Kaine.
I couldn't hold it back. I can't be with you.
We're always going to be together, Kaine. If you transform again, we'll just stop it again, as many times as it takes. I don't care how tough it is, we're gonna get you back. I like sleeping outside because I'm with you, Kaine. I'm able to ignore my appearance and keep going because of you. I'm weak and sad and lonely, but somehow you make me strong. You're my friend and I need you, so you can't go away.
All right. All right. Stop crying.
Sometimes the game will just auto-advance text. And I think it does this pretty effectively. Mixer update. Congrats, you've reached rank 10 in Lop's channel. Well, that's great. Okay. There's an elevator. Let's walk over to it. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. There's a mysterious stone fragment. Okay. What we picked up is a cipher of some kind. Okay, so 5 fragments. There's Sacrifice, the Law of Robotics, the Memory Tree, the Stone Guardian, and Loyal Cerberus. Makes sense. Alright, Sacrifice and Loyal Cerberus. Alright. Well, if we want to fill in the words, we just run around the world killing every big monster we find, right? Yeah, sure. Alright. At least we have assurances, supposedly, that positive change is on the way. It's still unfair. The situation that they're talking about in there. Anyway. Okay, so we're going to be doing both of these things. I think we have enough time to do both of them tonight. But let's see. I think the first thing we should do is head to the junk heap, because that is where weapons are upgraded. I'm sorry, Kyle, about the E with an accent mark. So, here we go. Save this. All right. There are a bunch of side quests that we could go to, but I'm thinking about just doing a summary video instead of bothering to stream, or make archivable streams rather, of myself doing all these incredibly tedious tasks. The side quests in this game are notorious for not being very particularly fun or worthwhile in many cases. Like, some of them are great, but they are few and far between. Oh, one thing about this soundtrack also. Oh my goodness, even these little folks are armored. So one thing about this soundtrack is it is in a completely fictional language, made up of the phonetic parts of really a variety of languages. It seems to shift depending on the song. But I believe the composer said, I think it was her inspiration was, there were pieces of English and Japanese, but also, like, Gaelic, and a few others, I want to say. Oh.
Damn it. Their armor's too strong.
They seem to have developed some manner of bodily protection. It seems these creatures, too, follow the prescripts of evolution.
Well, if I can't knock it off, I'll just have to crush it. Shell and all.
The prescripts of evolution. Okay. I trust that you know what that means. Vice. What's this here? Some clay? Don't mind if I do. Alright, we should be fine to go through this dungeon.
There's gotta be tons of machinery here.
Yeah, but I don't know how much we can actually use.
Oh wow! Check this out! It looks brand new!
Hey, be careful there.
I'm fine!
Oh no!
Huh?
Look out!
Jacob! Jacob, no! No, this can't be happening! No!
The junk heap. Perhaps we should speak to the brothers. They might know something about this.
I'm sure they're both doing fine. Actually, during cutscenes like that, I have no idea what to say during the stream. Like, I have no problem with talking over story events as they're happening, because like if you want uninterrupted audio, then long plays exist for that reason. But I can't imagine what my commentary would add to some of these things. Okay. They were like flashing things, and it took me a moment to realize that those were electric bolts.
Oh, hello again.
Okay, so that was apparently a flashback to 4 years ago. I love that NieR has the, just the assumption that, obviously, like, what we need to do is defeat the big bosses, and that will get us the keys that we need. Okay, so Gideon has an anti-robot grudge after what's happened. Rip him up. The two-handed sword, Iron Will. Okay. I need the memory alloy. Sure you're okay? Alright, sure. Ah, I can strengthen weapons, hey? Well... yeah, sure, why not upgrade transients here? Actually, the answer to that is because even upgraded, it's not very good. So... never mind about that. Let's exit and come back soon. There's another aspect of this game, as it is, or as I'm playing it right now, and it's that that the previous act, it introduces the player, rather, to the like every location there is in the world map, and then it does a time skip that causes.
It's a shame about the older lad. He was but a child.
He died protecting the only family he had left. It's a damn shame.
That causes all these changes to happen. An event. Second floor basement.
Of his brother.
Oh.
Sure that.
Never mind that. This game is more than willing to cut itself off. This song is a banger, by the way, and it kind of has to be because this is one of the main locations that you'll end up farming items for equipment upgrades. Huh. Here's a mechanic that I have not used in a while. Nope. Let's try that again. Close enough. I like that it's possible to just slice through bullets in this game. By bullets, I of course mean these, like, what are actually just sprites hanging out in midair. I suppose you could, like, imagine them as combine energy orbs. The description of them is very... pretty callous in the, like, oh, did you realize this was a video game sense. Okay. Need to get memory alloys. Actually, I actually think this might be an item farming quest. The door is broken. I also like that the doors that are broken, you could see the rooms that they were initially meant to go to that are just grayed out. Okay. Okay, alright. Yep. Alright. Heal up a bit. Oh, it's important to bear in mind also that even if you're in here for a specific item, for weapon upgrade purposes or something else, then you can at the very least sell the items that you get for a not insignificant amount of money. So that thought keeps me going. I actually think the rare materials are only dropped by the ones with red orbs at the top. Okay, continuing. Okay, there are blocks you can push. I do like that as far as the party members are concerned. Like, oh, okay. Alright, well, it's okay with me just falling down one of these, I guess. Anyway, as far as party members are concerned, like, you don't have to micromanage their health or anything about them, really. They take care of themselves. Just for whatever reason, they've decided to entrust leadership skill, or the leadership role, rather, to you. The player character. Wow. I'm doing great. I'm not sure if there's any use for the pushable boxes. I imagine they might have... Oh, God. Ah, these pits. They're the worst. I just realized I can't zoom the camera in or out. Oh, God. Just... I keep falling. I'm glad NieR exists in a mystical world where you can just survive a fall like that. Got this. Oh, God. And of course the camera is locked in this position, I think, because it makes it ideal. For the player to fall into these traps. With an antenna? Interesting. Alright, so I can move the camera again. What's in here? Alright, a mysterious switch. Large gears. Okay, I'm gonna try not to get hit by these folks. Wow! Last hit. Oh well. Okay. We now have this fight with this robot. Looks pretty similar to the one from the cutscene, but I'm not sure if it's the same one. I'm just waiting for my magic to recharge. Thankfully, Kaine and Emil are actually doing a pretty good job on their own. Just realized I can also hit them like this. And it can hit me like that. Okay. Now's the time. Tonight's the night. Okay, I got a memory alloy. And a titanium alloy, wow. Just burning through these medicinal items. All right. Fantastic. For some reason, whenever each and every one of them dies, it creates this bomb disposal unit, I guess. Okay. I don't think there would have been very many consequences had I held on for it too long, but regardless, I'm glad that worked. Okay, continuing. Ah, one of these sequences. Okay, let's continue. Thankfully this minecart knows to go faster when you run into the head of it a bunch of times. Or not a bunch of times, continuously. Fun little shooter segment here. basically Ikaruga. You can delete that from your Xbox Live Arcade. And that you can enjoy this one level in NieR. I've forgotten what it felt like to not have the right bumper pressed down. Get it? I enjoy when games refill your health and magic, or like supplementary bars and like ability things when you level up. I want to say there are speedrunning strategies built around that sort of thing, which is very interesting to me. Hyrule Warriors, which I've been playing recently, does that as well. Yet again, we have been shut in. And we're fighting... Hey, another one of these. Alright, lance him to death. Kapow. Oh yeah, one of the things I was lamenting earlier was the fact that that this game isn't coming to Xbox One backward compatibility. And I want to say that, like, it might have been because NieR Automata was such a massive success that I wouldn't put it past them to actually attempt to make a remake of some sort. But that's an anti-consumer move, in my opinion. I can't imagine what a remake would add aside from possibly like higher resolution textures, maybe some new story data. I don't know. This seems like a pretty complete product as is. I was mainly just looking forward to getting to see everything in a higher resolution, because this, in what I assume is 720p, does not look the best. What's this? Machine oil. Wow. I check every broken door. It's a ritual. This looks like an arena, and so I think I might just head back and explore a bit more, just to say I did. Shut in. Very interesting. These wonderful items. It's funny to me, whenever video game inventory systems set the hard limit of 99 or whatever, imagining a character rummaging through their pack and going, I wonder, when do I stop? And the answer is, of course, at the hard limit of 99 of this specific item. I can only carry 99 dented plates. I need to mentally inventory this, and my brain just doesn't have the space for 3-digit numbers. Alright, I believe that leads back to earlier in the stage. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Titanium alloys everywhere. I'm going to relish upgrading all these items. Assuming, of course, I collect these things before they fade away. Broken, won't open. Story of my life. Sudden shift to overhead view. Very interesting. Okay, and just make our way out. Forget it even how. Okay, just throw more enemies at me. I believe these enemies are necessary to continue. These enemies are not. Mysterious switch. I've already pointed that out. Okay. So I have 2 doors to open. Oh god. Of course it's these characters getting in front of me, obstructing me. Ah! Did it work? Hey, it did! Alright. There's one more I have to take care of. Assuming, of course, I can make it there. Okay. That's tough. I'm not sure how to get there faster. Terrible. Wonder if the answer is somewhere else. Alright, face these robots. Face these stationary turrets that are fighting, or that are firing in geometric patterns. Alright, well that's awesome. Okay. I just realized that this doesn't lead anywhere. Okay. So it's entirely possible that this could be a red herring, but it's still covered in debris, and that debris should be breakable. But no dice. I'm sure it's fine. I'll wait for the boundary break episode. Alright, where does this go? This looks arena-like. And it's another one of these. Excellent. That's one of them, and a second one just came up from the ground. Okay. Let me just quickly ingest all these herbs. Actually, the salve. Delicious. Okay, seems like this area was optional considering it didn't give me any memory alloys, but regardless. I'm glad I went here, because that means I have that many more. items I can use to upgrade my existing weapons. I believe it's here. Might as well salve up. Okay. Oh, hey, it's a spiral staircase. How novel. Nothing at the end of this walkway. One of the perils of Dark Lance is you repeatedly have you repeatedly make more shots than you need to because you're stuck having to aim. Anyway, moving up this ornately modeled hallway, walkway, stairway, actually. The spiral staircase from the end of Deadly Premonition. Okay. Off to 1F, I guess. So talking about that cutscene at the very beginning of this, Gideon, the person who gave us this mission to begin with, and is just, oh god. Whoa! Alright, I wasn't expecting this. Alright, I guess I'm in the weapon testing area. Did I mess up? Oh no. Am I gonna have to do the speed run? Why would it cause you to do this? Oh no. Well, let's see how this goes. I wasn't aware that you were able to get there from that area. Alright, well. It does seem like he has something to tell you about. Okay. We have some free time on our hands. Let's go to the Forest of Myth. Why not? So Gideon is enamored with the concept of killing robots because his older brother was killed, or rather just died, in what I think was clearly an accident. Like, I think you're meant to come away from that with the impression that it was just an accident all around. But he's still coping with this senseless death, and, let me just do this magic trick here. There we go. Full damage cancel. Anyway. Oh, and let's also mount this and do some good old-fashioned board drifting. Anyway.
Something appears to be amiss with these creatures.
Oh yeah, they're shades.
That is not what I meant.
You think about it while I kill them.
This is the village from the dream.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare I hope never to experience again.
I hear you.
But anyway, it's interesting that the game would show that cutscene in that way, in a way that clearly doesn't implicate the robot that he was looking vengefully at in that cutscene. The game does tell you more information about it later. I don't know, like how much you know about the direction this game goes, but suffice it to say, I think it's interesting that it reveals this much this early. So anyway, this is the Forest of Myth. I don't know if I'm going to be reading these out loud. Let's see here. The Divine Tree, eh? Actually, come to think of it, I don't think this is in the format of the earlier one. The whole thing with this area, as it was the way we first saw it, or we first visited it, whenever we spoke to any of these people, they immediately... the text box overwhelms the entire screen, and all of a sudden it becomes just this... this total just text adventure. Not like old school or anything like that. It's very linear, but still. So we hear, we are the grass, we are the trees, we are the woods. And Vice is having none of it. The dark form that governs all memories. May the words form themselves to your liking. That would be nice. Black. Pure darkness. Painted over everything. Words. Scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words. Difficult words. Amorous words. All sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but time was shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. "This is wrong," whispered the tree in the voice of wind through the leaves. "This is not how it was supposed to be. The plan has failed." Once long ago, the tree had remembered everything about the world. This was its task, its purpose. It shivered with something approaching joy as it collected the memories of mankind. This was no accident. Emotions were as much a part of the tree as root and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree. And once they had formed a web that spanned the entire world. Words collapsed into sunlight before passing through the leaves and into the pool of memory. From the pool, the words joined together to form colonies. The colonies united into whirlpools of light, and the light coalesced into stars. Each star was like a child of the tree, and it loved them all. Look at my memory. A child is here, brought low by disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Thin beyond words, the boy's skin is a shade paler than the bleached hospital sheets upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The The doctors have long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy, too, has abandoned hope. Strange emotions, weariness, hatred, swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He has long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, but now his pain is so great that there is little room in his heart to think of others. Only one person brings the boy comfort, a healthy young girl with tan skin and deep blue eyes. She is a beacon of brightness and light in the boy's world. Her very presence is a comfort to him, but he is unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon, the loathing eats away at what joy he receives from the girl's visits. The girl will stop coming. He knows this. His every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, if he could tell her of his feelings, that this might not be so. But this conversation never happens. The girl disappears. The boy dies alone. The tree scoops up this memory and carefully stores it within itself. Etched upon it is a single word: envy. Look at my memory. There is a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she strikes it with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. But when the white smoke clears, a new enemy rises, and another, and another. The warrior knows that her struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in the warrior's drug-addled mind lies a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child exists only in her head, the dying remnants of a powerful dream. She does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror, some are eaten. She began the fight with 33 companions, but most are gone now. The warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears the fierce, low sound, the arena is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, the warrior sees a beast so large that it blots out the sky. She is laughing. She has been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs, until the town that contains her daughter collapses into a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. It is etched with a single word: loss. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the heavens. Ah, that memory has been lost. A shame. It was a favorite of mine. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw that its carefully labeled memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seemed ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have the distinct feeling that something was missing. The mountain of memories it had so carefully assembled had disappeared. The tree stretched its branches as far as it could, but new memories refused to flow. The pool of memories was a black, empty pit, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree had lost its purpose. There was nothing to do. There was nothing to be done but sift through the few remaining memories littering the ground under its branches. This is why the tree was pleased when the man and his companion entered the room. Well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room Tara had entered was almost completely empty. All he could see were a few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, Tara suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was the Forest of Myth, its villagers prisoners of their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. As Tara stared at the jewel, bewildered, a voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order. Following it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. They must listen. Look! A small, shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It looked to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in its hand. More jewels tumbled out of its mouth, like shards of broken teeth. Sights and sounds tinkling from each one before vanishing forever. The creature was abusing the memories, treating the precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. This shade appears to be consuming the memories. That little thing? It's barely worth my time to kill. The tree extended a branch toward Tara. Without a second thought, Tara brought his blade down on the shade, tearing its stomach wide. Jewels burst from the shade and poured across the chamber floor. Look, thought the tree. There is the conviction memory I had lost, and satisfaction, and many others as well. Yes, this is good. The tree opened its mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound emerged. A millennium of silence and solitude had caused the tree to forget certain things, but rather than be upset, it greeted the development with good cheer. Focusing all its power on the riddle of speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. Ahem, I implore... It spat out a glimmering green jewel. One more time. I implore you. There we are. Actually. What was the color of the lost envy? Oh my goodness. Comprehension. Oh no. I'm actually terrible at this. I was tested last year. And it was... Well, you know what? Might as well just go with my gut. And I will say it was green? No. I let it slip through my fingers, it says. Okay, well, fine. This is gameplay. Okay, so let's see. And of course it doesn't list the color immediately alongside the part where it says it's envy, so might as well just consult my own web of knowledge, let's say. Let me just... Okay. Alright. Apparently the color was actually blue. What? Did it change every single time? Alright, well. I was told it was the color of the girl's eyes, but apparently that has changed. Okay, let's try it again. Alright. Deep brown eyes. Okay, apparently it changes every single time. Alright, well that's great. Okay, I've taken note of the other thing. color of the lost envy was the color of the girl's eyes, which was brown. It spoke! This shade has intelligence and emotion. Who cares? Tara brushed Weiss's comment aside as his sword sliced through the shade's right arm. The shade extended its remaining arm to Tara. I must touch him. I must make contact. The moment its fingers brushed against Tara, the tree felt a warm sensation begin to burn. Something hot coursed through its fingers, up its arm, and out to its entire body. It was emotion, more than the entity had felt in centuries. The tree cried out in surprise and joy. 1,000 years alone, 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. The tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries, the tree had been alone, its heart sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New, powerful emotions began to take hold, causing its heart to lighten. This was more than the simple emotions it had been designed to feel. It was the beginnings of a soul, and the man was the key. This was the promise made long ago. This was how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, a new and unpleasant sensation. But the time was not yet right. I implore you, how many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beasts? This time, it was her daughter and 23 friends. Okay, riddle time is over. I'm gonna kill this stupid shade once and for all. Something round and shiny fell from the open stomach and clattered to the floor. The key! Shouted the book. Grab the key! The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them. Stretching and slowing. Time is essential. The next word must be heard. The words exploded. It became difficult to discern their meaning. The pool of memories began to crack as infinite blackness burrowed its way into the wall. This world is falling apart! How can a world of I implore. Most important thing. World. I'm gonna say it's yo. Nah. The light was complete. The memories disappeared. The tree's identity began to dissolve. As the letters slowly faded, Tara was drawn back to the real world, and the tree was satisfied. All right. Okay. So we no longer have to worry about getting into a text adventure scenario. Let's go and see if the letters arrived yet. And let's also save. And I think after the junk heap thing is done, I will call it for the evening. And I have no idea how long it's going to take. Hopefully not very long. If it asks me to go back into the dungeon and just keep going there, then, or rather to take the exact same route I took last time, then I will speedrun it and just head right on over. Alright, cross this bridge. Yep. Mazel tov. Now. Mailbox? Nice. Dear Tara, this is to inform you that the upgrade work on your weapon has been completed. The weapon is ready and available for pickup at your earliest convenience. I also have a more personal request to make of you, one I hope we can discuss further once you arrive to pick up the weapon. Yours, Two Brothers Weaponry. It's pretty professional, also sealed. Huh. Okay. I might as well save again. The fact that it stated that question in such a ridiculous way. If it just asked what the color of the girl's eyes was, then I would have absolutely nailed that question / test, I guess. But no, it had to be obscure about it. Okay. Just head right back over. I just realized there's a bunch of medicinal herbs here, which could be helpful. Minimap is just swarming with shades. Pretty proud of how the stream has gone. And I'm hopeful for future Tuesdays to be exactly like this. And for being able to complete NieR. Hopefully by the end of the summer. Should take like 5 or 6 more streams. That might even be overshooting it a bit. So... don't have anything in particular scheduled for after this, but I'm sure I'll think of something. Alright. How's the crackling electricity?
Hey there. Your
nice.
weapon is ready to go.
Great. Thanks.
The two-handed sword, Iron Will.
You know, with a weapon like that...
You were going to say?
I need to ask you for a favor.
Oh, yeah?
I want you to avenge my brother.
Music just fades out.
That's a rather ponderous favor.
It's my mission. It's why I've been creating these weapons for the past 4 years. I don't care about money. I only care about making a weapon strong enough to kill those...
God. I have a deep and profound appreciation for Yuri Lowenthal.
What bastards?
The ones in the mountain. That little shade and his robot.
There are shades here?
Your brother was killed by a shade?
Yes.
And what have we decided,
It's killing time.
That's right.
You've got to avenge my brother. Kill him. Kill that robot. Rip him up.
By the way, what can I help you with? I can upgrade all sorts of stuff. Wow. If I got a couple more memory alloys and a couple of rusted clumps, whatever those are, then I could have a weapon that is twice as powerful as like my strongest current two-handed weapon. That's interesting. Iron Will. Alright then. Into the junk heap. I'm gonna steal a joke and just say that the best part about revenge is it's the most satisfying activity. Just, you would not believe how incredible it feels to finally get the revenge that you seek. Best part about it is, once you've done it, then you have the ability to just go on with your life and just do whatever you like. Alright. I was wondering if there was something in my interface that told me exactly where it was, but I'm gonna wager that it was, or that it's at the very end. On my way. Take this out. Kind of sleepwalking through this area. Sleepwalking / speedrunning. This is not a speedrun, even in the slightest. Shouldn't even joke about that. Otherwise I'll get people actuallying me. Oh, snap. My way to the end of this. What's the map say? Oh, okay. Oh, somebody was healing me. Thank you, whoever that was. Alright, just take out one of these. With a bunch of gradually charged up Dark Lances. It's another memory alloy. Alright. Pretty close to finishing this up. Hopefully, at least. Okay, I believe the way out is up here. Naturally, a bunch of mandatory battles. I really appreciate that both Kaine and Emil have their own dark magic. Spells that I don't think even have names. that they just pop off in the middle of battle like it's nothing. And so you see all these arcane runes. Had to be designed by somebody. Like, canonically. And they're just able to rattle it off without even giving a second thought to it. And I feel like a lesser story would draw more attention to that. Whereas, like, whenever you actually talk to them in this game, like, whenever they have dialogue, it's always about the more human things and just what they, like, what they're having for dinner or whatever. In here. Okay, to this wonderful walkway. There's something amazing about the shadows of this game.
I've never heard of a shade living with a machine. What's that about?
Doesn't matter. I'll kill the shade and anyone who gets in my way.
I guess that's how it is. Anyway, I think the lighting has to have been, like, baked in, like the ambient occlusion. Well, I suppose that goes without saying, but still, something about it is really interesting to me, the way it's implemented here. Maybe this is just shorthand for me saying, yeah, it's really, really good. Good lighting. Beyond this hole lies the robot. Okay. Okay. So that's why I was worried earlier that I'd messed up, because I wasn't expecting to just leave without this forthcoming boss fight happening. Anyway, let's do it. Let's go down here. Yep. Ouch. Thankfully, NieR can just survive that. This is a very nice, like, retro toy robot aesthetic.
Intruder detected. Scanning. Scanning.
There it is.
Good lord, it's enormous.
Intruder detected. Scanning. Scanning. Exterminating.
Look at the shade!
That thing the robot somehow.
Aim for the legs! Knock it down!
Take out the shade!
How would I aim for the shade, or the legs of the shade? Is an effective compromise?
No! Damn it! That's a shade! It's a shade!
Healing up for safety. Trying to expertly dodge these. I'm just gonna keep on running until it is charged full. Oh. Sure, it's a sound effect. Oh, I forgot about this part.
Exterminating in.
This thing can transform?
And because this is a video game, it can fly using those wings.
Watch for falling debris!
Look out!
Escape. Go.
Camera control was hijacked. Okay, now it works.
This bastard's pretty crafty for a robot!
No mere robot can face the majesty of Grimoire Race.
Can't concentrate with all this bullshit fancy talk! Getting killed here!
And you're not the only one. God. It actually dodged them. Wow. There's no life bar. Okay.
Defend my mission. My mission. Mission.
You stupid machine! You killed my family! You took everything from me! Why did you have to be here? Why you? Why are you here? Why?
Yeah, we're just,
Why did you have to be here? Why you? Why are you here? Why?
Hitting that thing won't bring your brother back.
But he's dead! And it's this bastard's fault! And hitting it makes me feel better! Just wait! You freak! You goddamn freak! I'm gonna explore this entire mountain now! I'll make terrible weapons! Killing machines! No one can stop me!
Yeah.
Madness driven by hate. This is hardly the happy ending I was expecting.
He doesn't know any other way.
Revenge is a fool's errand.
I know.
do you really know, NieR? Do you actually know that revenge is a fool's errand? Alright, well. In any event, seems like this is a pretty good opportunity to call it quits for the evening. Thank you everybody for joining me. Wasn't expecting very many people to show up here. But there were in fact multiple people, so that is fantastic. I appreciate each and every one of you for actually, showing up. Being pals, hanging out. Anyway, so that's it. You can look forward to the archive being up in a few days. And I think that's it. So, I'm gonna just let this stream gradually close out. And once this shows up, I will stop streaming entirely. And I'll be back next week. Thanks again